The Song of Amani, the Silent Warrior. In the heart of a vast savanna, near a river that glittered like diamonds under the sun, lived a woman named Amani. She was quiet but strong, her beauty as graceful as the acacia trees that dotted the landscape. However, Amani's life was anything but easy. She had been married to a proud hunter, but after years of marriage with no children, her husband abandoned her. In their village, a woman's worth was measured by the children she bore. When none came, the whispers started. Amani carries a dark spirit, some said. Others went further. She is a witch who curses her own womb. The words were daggers to her soul, yet Amani held her head high. That strength, however, was not enough to stop the village council from exiling her. Leave and take your curse with you, they ordered. The Forest of Refuge. Amani wandered far, crossing rivers, deserts, and valleys until she reached a dense forest that seemed untouched by human hands. It was there, under the shade of ancient trees, that she made her home. She built a small hut, hunted with her bow, and gathered fruits and herbs. In her solitude, Amani prayed every day, pouring her pain into the earth and asking the Creator for guidance. One day, as she sat by a stream, she heard a cry that sounded like no other. Following the noise, she found a baby wrapped in cloth, lying in a basket beneath a tree. Who would abandon such a gift, she whispered as she lifted the child into her arms. She named him Jabari, which means brave one. Jabari the protector. Jabari grew into a strong and wise boy, taught by Amani to respect all life and honor truth above all. He learned the ways of the forest, the songs of the birds, and the language of the wind. Though he knew of his mother's banishment, he never let bitterness take root in his heart. One day, travelers from Amani's old village stumbled into the forest, lost and weary. Jabari, ever curious, approached them. He learned that the village had fallen into chaos, crops were failing, children were sick, and the people believed they were cursed. When Jabari returned home, Amani saw the fire in his eyes. Mother, I must go to your village and help them. They are lost without wisdom, and perhaps it is time for them to see the truth. Amani hesitated, her heart torn. The same people who cast me out, she asked. Yes, Jabari replied. Because they need healing, not vengeance. They returned to the village. Jabari arrived at the village during a dark time. Fear gripped the people, and their faces were etched with despair. He called a meeting at the village square, where he told them who he was and revealed his connection to Amani. The villagers were stunned. They expected anger, yet Jabari spoke with compassion. You cast out a woman who meant no harm, blinded by fear of what you did not understand. But she saved me, a child she did not bear but loved as her own. Perhaps it is your hearts that need healing, not your land. His words touched even the hardest hearts. The elders stepped forward, ashamed, and begged Amani to return. We were wrong, they confessed. Please forgive us and teach us how to rebuild what we have lost. The dawn of renewal. When Amani returned, she did so not as the shamed outcast they remembered but as a revered teacher. She shared her knowledge of the forest, teaching the people how to cultivate the land, heal with herbs, and live in harmony with nature. Under her guidance, the village flourished. The crops grew abundant, the children thrived, and the people's hearts were forever changed. Jabari, now a man, became the village's leader, ensuring that no one else would ever suffer as his mother had. His strength was not in his fists but in his wisdom, a gift passed down from Amani. The legend lives on. Generations later, the story of Amani and Jabari was told around campfires and sung in the fields. It became a lesson to all: do not judge what you cannot understand, for every soul carries its own purpose, and every heart deserves its place in the world. And so, Amani's name was remembered not as the cursed woman but as the silent warrior, the symbol of resilience, forgiveness, and love that healed even the deepest wounds.